So, here you are, born on planet Earth. You spend a few years with your parents, but you won't remember. You are too little. You grow up and start kindergarten. You learn a few songs and a few animal names, and that's pretty much it. Your parents are at work for most of the day. You get to see them for a few hours daily when they come home from their jobs, and you from yours. A few years pass and you go to school. You learn that the school schedule is something you must respect and follow, or else, and that competition is the basis of the world. You start to compete. The more you grow, the more things you become obliged to learn. You don't question, you listen, memorize, and perform. You spend more time studying than with your friends. You see your parents less often. They must continue working. You finish school, and now a sheet of paper that proves you are ready for the world is the only thing you have. You feel that the training lasted too long, but you are still optimistic. A few years pass and you get married with one human being from billions of others. You swear of your love and have a few kids. You are forced to find a job. You and your family depend on it now. Some more years pass and you realize how old your parents have become. They had finished their duty on planet Earth. Now they're too old to do anything. They wait, they die. You become them. You follow in their footsteps. What happened? Why are humans spending all their life training and working? What is this race all about? Is this journey of life even worth the effort? What did you really achieve? We live in a world where people value money more than mostly everything you can imagine. There are amazing people with amazing ideas and projects with great potential that are never discovered or given credit to because of the money-based world we live in. On the other hand, there are humongous amounts of money being pumped into almost only nonsensical ideas and projects. When I created Trom, a 14-hour documentary, and provided it for free on the internet, everybody around me asked how much money I made out of it. They weren't even interested in what the documentary is about, but only its money value. Although the documentary presented ideas about how to improve everyone's life through the application of science and technology, and attracted many thousands of online viewers. I come across similar situations all the time. For most of my life, I was that guy who repaired your computer. If you had a problem with your computer, you called me, and I would come and fix it for you for free. From such small gestures to projects that reach hundreds of thousands of people, I've always done everything for free. As a result, I've suffered when I needed money because, well, I had very little of it, and in this world, everything has a cost. If I go to a dentist, he won't say, "Ah, you're the guy who made that documentary, website, etc. Your treatment is free." No, that will never happen. Nor will I be exempt from taxes because of my good deeds. These kinds of actions that we all do in our lives are not paid in the society we live in. Meaning, from a monetary perspective, or let's say from the society's perspective, they are not valuable. This is one of the major problems with the monetary system we live in. It will not value something that is valuable for people. It will only allow some valuable actions or ideas to be sold if properly marketed. If I help people by repairing their computers, maybe I should sell that service and ask for money next time they ask for help. This not only makes me an awful friend by not helping my friends without asking for a monetary profit, but it would also destroy my kindness and motivation by shifting my purpose to an egocentric pursuit. You will never be paid for being a good parent, a good friend, or just in general, a good human being. If I create a documentary and then try to value it in the monetary system, how can I do that properly? How could I measure the books I've read my entire life, documentaries I've seen, articles I've read, people I've interacted with, all of which helped form who I am and helped develop my ideas towards making this documentary? Trying to value human creativity in the monetary system is like trying to map the entire universe by taking a single picture of the sky. You will not be able to do that just by picking a single snapshot of a particular moment. In the monetary system, a mother is not rewarded for taking care of her kids for the rest of her life. The little interactions, acts of kindness, sacrifices, and so on. I know of nothing in the monetary system that rewards such acts. If you watch illegal content online, download pirated movies or other digital downloads, or even access websites that are supposedly illegal, you can be accused and persecuted of piracy or possession of illegal content. There are many people of law who are actively hunting you down for that and spying on people to search for that kind of behavior, which they punish drastically. Do you ever wonder why there aren't people spying on you to see if you do acts of kindness and then reward you for that? Or spying on you, and if they see you watching many documentaries about space, they come to your door saying, "Hey, we see that you're interested in space. We are offering you a free education to this university to study it even more." After all, if they catch you downloading pirated movies, they will label you as a pirate and come to your door to arrest you. Then why aren't they labeling you as an astronomer if you watch many documentaries about space? It seems like they're only looking to punish people, but not reward them for good behavior. Being paid to do something is such a normality in this world that the word volunteer seems to be more of an antonym. This is why people look odd at you if you say that you are doing things for free. In addition, because volunteering is such a rare act amongst normal citizens, it emphasizes the false importance that money appears to give to things. This is why the documentary that I made had no value for my friends, because it made no money. I am sure that if I had a huge money revenue coming from it, a screening in multiple cities, red carpet and all, they would have been extremely impressed. It actually had around 6,000 viewers on the day that I released it. Imagine if all these people would have come to an opening in the town I was born, and of course paid a ticket fare to be there. Man, wouldn't I have been a documentary producer and a big money maker. This is why, if an asteroid dangerously approaches Earth in the future, I suggest to NASA that they make a short 3D movie with cool special effects and great background music to let people know about it. Otherwise, people won't pay attention to it. We live in a world of eye candy, used in nonsensical movies, music, shiny colors, 3D images, brands, and pretty much everything about the package wrapper, but not what's inside the package. Is it any wonder why science is so often regarded as boring and not cool? I mean, people are more interested in Matrix, the movie, rather than their own life movie, which is at least 1 trillion times more complex than 1 billion Matrix movies combined. This is a result of what sells best. It has nothing to do with the real value of things. People pump lots of money to promote anything that can produce more money, and the more money they produce, the more cool and known what they sell becomes. Unfortunately, this is also why people like those things, because they are exposed to them for so long and learn to think of them as great, fashionable, and entertaining. That explains why many people are not impressed when they see news about a new treatment for cancer, a new exoplanet discovered, or a new type of material invented, and are instead more impressed and curious when they see a celebrity doing or saying something stupid on TV. It all depends on what makes more money, and therefore what is promoted more in the media. You know, there are so many homeless people who are great human beings, yet they starve in the streets because they do not fit in an obsolete system.
Brother, you gotta tell them the story, man, about where you're from.
Oh, born?
My buddy's from Cleveland.
I live in Ohio. I came to Boston to start a new job. When I got here, it was given to someone else and they didn't tell me. So now I'm staying in a homeless shelter. I've been looking for work since November. I've come close several times, but they usually want someone younger and probably non-black, but I don't know about that. I think definitely.
Never, not in Boston.
But in Boston, it's not a surprise. But I'm finally getting some responses to my resume, and I got 14 voicemails on my phone right now. Hopefully, some of them are job offers. So
Now you have a PhD in aeronautics, physics,
and a master's
PhD in physics.
from Dartmouth College and a master's in electrical engineering
How
from
do
Purdue University.
how does somebody who has that end up? It's blown me away. Dartmouth.
It was the sacrifice I did to take care of my parents. And one of the problems was when my father died, my house was going to be foreclosed. So I had to liquidate everything I owned to save the house. My mother had Alzheimer's. And the last thing she needed was to buy a new home or find a new place, but she didn't know where she was at the time anyway. So I said, they paid my way through school. If it takes 10 years, I'm going to make their final years safe and comfortable. So I sacrificed everything I had. All my electronic stuff, my car, all my savings, and I paid off the house. So when I settled their estate, when they passed on and they sold the estate, I was set to go back to work. Then the economy tanked. And that's what happens.
You see that? So you think it's
where I used to work, there used to be 30,000 engineers. I worked for Lockheed in California. Now there's 3,000. So where are they going? Boeing's laid off, Norfolk laid off. So where do we go?
I had a friend who worked for NASA in Texas. He got laid off too.
Yeah. I applied for a NASA contract when I was in Cleveland. And then the contract was canceled. That was like 3 months ago. So it's just simply bad luck. And when you have no money, it's very difficult to start over.
Yeah, it is
And frankly, staying at the shelter has been an experience I don't want to repeat ever in my life.
for a lot of people too.
So I'm hoping to find something very, very soon. And I've gotten some contacts. So I'm very hopeful. I knew it was going to be tough in the winter. No one hardly hires in the winter. And now that warm weather's coming, things are beginning to happen. But it's frustrating. I had a position here teaching at a school near Northeastern, teaching mathematics for 6 months, or 4 months. They only offered $1,000 for the 4 months. Can't live off of that. Another company in San Francisco begged me to come out there, a startup company. They're developing a product, which is great. I've done that before. They only offered 15 hours a week. I said, in San Francisco? That's the most expensive city in the country outside of New York.
Thousands to rent there.
They said, well, you're going to have to come out here on your own or interview out here with someone else and hitch a ride. I went, go away. And I just hung up the phone. So with the economy this bad, it's difficult.
And the politicians aren't doing anything about it.
They just get reelected, get their big salaries, and they sit there and do nothing. But I just want a chance. Science would be great, teaching would be great. There's nothing greater than teaching. Teaching physics would be a blast. So I'm available. Let's see what happens.
Brother, thank you so much.
Oh, I appreciate the assistance.
Absolutely.
Today, with the use of the internet and its billions of users, we are all doing things for free that are not rewarded in the global monetary system. From comments to posting videos and sharing thoughts and ideas, the internet is a huge place where people do stuff and get few or no monetary reward. I have seen many YouTubers who make great science shows, but are desperate to make money because they can't continue their work otherwise. Of course, they are just a random example out of millions out there. This system is like a pair of underwear that doesn't fit anymore. They are too small and they crack every day. We try patching them and it seems to work, but it feels damn uncomfortable, and you know that one day they will crack to the point of no repair. I think it's time we get a new pair of underwear, or wear none at all. In today's monetary system, you can have great ideas and come up with great inventions that could improve everyone's life, and yet starve to death if you don't know how to sell them. In a saner, no-trade worldwide society, no one has to sell their ideas. Their ideas are a direct, immediate contribution to the global society and themselves. All acts of kindness, all the small help you provide to others, everything you do is a direct value and does not need a worthless price tag.
Sometimes I lay under the moon, I thank God I'm breathing, and I pray, don't take me soon, cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more war, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day. It's not about win or lose, 'cause we all lose when they bleed on the souls of the innocent. Blood-drenched pavement, keep on moving though the water stay raging. In this maze, you can lose your way, your way. It might drive you crazy, but don't let it phase you, no way, no way. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more war, and our children will pay. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day this all will change. Treat people the same. Stop with the violence, down with the hate. One day we'll all be free and proud to be under the same sun, singing songs of freedom like one day, one day, all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, one day, one Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more war, and our children will pay. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day, all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play.